memorable, not just on social media. We get so caught up in digital. But you know what? What about like this? This is like what? So it's fun, right? It's people might call it kitsch. People might say but you know what? This stuff works. And I'm here with somebody today who will explain a little bit why this is important. So stay tuned.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. All three engines up and burning. 2, 1, 0, and liftoff. America will continue the dream.
So today I am here with Beverly, and I'm if I butcher your name, Beverly, please correct me. Poitras.
Good.
Is that right? Did I get it?
Good.
Okay, good. And Beverly is a small business owner, like so many people. And the first thing I think I want to ask you is, when did you start your business?
20 years ago. First I was freelance, but then really made a corporation in 20 years ago. I started out in print and advertising, media. And then as things changed, as we all know, the internet came and people were doing different things. We had to change our focus so that it represented more of what we wanted to do today. So
right.
Part of what we did was branding. And how do you brand yourself? Well, more than your logo, it's who you are. That's what your brand is, who you are.
Yeah, we say that all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your brand isn't the logo.
Right.
Your brand is you.
Right.
And that's I think the internet has taught people a lot differently.
Yes.
Like, hey, make a logo, brand your business, logo.
Right.
Put it on a little thing, and that's your branding. Right. And I think we need more people like you teaching people that it's not just these great reminders of what's out there, but about, it is you, it's your brand. So 20 years ago, you started this, and you mentioned you had, the internet came along, right?
Right.
So you had to pivot, you had to shift, and a lot of people don't survive a shift, but you did.
Yes.
How did you survive that shift? Like, what was it in your entrepreneurial mind that you said, okay, I've got to do X, Y, Z and follow through? Like, because some people don't survive it. Okay,
well, I'm always curious to see what's next. What can I do to better myself, to better my audience, to help people do what they should be doing to be successful? And so that's sort of how we just kept seeing what else we can do that would really help people, in their business.
Right.
So from let's say an ad that you did, then what would be the next thing that you want to do? Well, so we started to do promotional items, because promotional items really represents you when you're not there. Okay, so, you flash that, but it has the logo. That's right, and I went with this person. We were doing a...
This is I know the group. They sponsored some of our events, Acorn to Oak Media.
Yes.
And this is actually really spot on.
Right.
This product is spot on because they have a software and a system called Site Squirrel.
Yes.
And talk about branding. This is everything. This is really well done. And you helped design this, right?
Yes, I did. We do custom things, but when we first met, we talked about, I wanted to find out, well, what is it really that's going to relate to your audience of what you do?
Right.
And so we thought, well, I found this for her and created the logo on it. And it's fun. Okay?
It's fun.
It's business-like, because when we went to a networking event, there was all business people wearing suits and very, uppity. And she brought in these, and everybody wanted one.
They loved it, right? Yeah, because it's different.
Yes, that's right.
It's different. And so you're always looking, you're looking to break the status quo.
That's right. That's right. Because if that's that's who you are. That's where you should put yourself out there as.
But then you don't do just the crazy stuff. You do,
No.
what do you have here? Like a
Right.
hat, right?
Okay,
You could do
yes.
this.
So this is a hat that shows embroidery.
This is embroidered, right?
Yes.
Not just printed.
Yes, no, it's
Yeah.
embroidered.
That's yeah.
And it's also very useful because what happens is you're wearing the hat, you go somewhere,
Yeah.
it's so visible to,
And it's useful, like you said.
right. And so, and
So let me ask you a question because,
Sure.
I think embroidery is a really higher quality approach.
yes,
And I think there's a bit of a misconception. I'm guilty of it, where I think embroidery is too expensive for us to do. And my business partner, Mark, is always like, we should get embroidery. And I'm like, no, it's too expensive. Obviously it's probably cheaper than, or more expensive than a cheap decal, but it's got longevity and value. So, are we talking like, have these costs come down in years compared to, let's say, 10 years ago?
well, I think so, yes. Everything is relevant to what's good and what you want to use. But the point is that you would be investing in yourself and
Ooh,
your
got me.
image. Okay, and so what is it worth to you to invest in yourself? And besides that, people keep whatever you give them if it's useful and good, and they keep it for at least 2 years. Now, if you amortize let's say you pay $10 and you amortize that over 2 years, what did it cost you?
Yeah.
I'm not that good in math, so
It's okay. I'm not either.
okay.
That's Mark back there.
Okay.
Hey, Mark will know there's like 2 cents a day or whatever it is,
Right,
a half a
right.
penny a day worth of
That's right.
advertising. So it's a good
So-
ROI. It's a good ROI, right? It's a good return on investment,
Definitely.
especially if somebody's wearing a hat on the street and they're advertising for you all day. We know that rule. That's why people give away the T-shirts, right?
Right.
Because it's free advertising for them. So, and that's the business you're in, is guide, not just making this, but you're guiding
People of
people,
what to do, yes.
right?
Yes.
And I think that's, and again, there's the reality is there are people out there that are in the same business as you, but they are not guiding anybody. They're like, yes, I will make you your hat. Have a nice day.
Right.
Pay me.
Right.
Whether it's a good decision or not. Maybe it's the wrong decision for people.
Exactly.
You don't do that.
No.
So your business ethics don't allow you to do that. You just want to make sure you're helping the business. So they could be paying the same price to the guy who's just like, I'll print you off 1,000 hats. Have a nice day. Wrong, and it was the wrong pathway.
Right.
End up paying the same price with you, but you're going to be that business resource because you have this experience.
Right. Because what happens is we listen to people. A lot of people
Operative word.
wait. They can't wait to talk. But I listen to every.
It's me. It's the truth. I like to hear myself talk.
Pointing a finger at you. No. Okay. Because we listen, we do research of what's really going to work for you. Because that's what I don't want to keep repeating myself, but it's just what reflects on you down the road.
So I think that's a lesson we could learn from you, like to teach other businesses alone, is you're adding that value to your customers.
Yes.
Experience too, and that's part of the brand experience.
Yes, exactly.
So let me ask a question: are you you're the founder of this
Yes,
company?
yes,
What's
I
the
am.
name of the company?
Maximum exposure.
Maximum Exposure.
Yes.
Right, and you are more than just these printed things too, right?
Oh, yes. We do a lot of different things. We're doing now a lot of chatbots.
Okay.
Okay, and
I hate chatbots. I'm not going to lie, but I know
No,
they're
I know,
useful.
but- okay, no, because what happens is they don't program them right. Okay, the AI is logic. We all know that.
Right.
Okay, but we're human. Okay, so that it's a very helpful thing when you call and then you're talking to the chatbot. But they keep repeating the same thing because they don't understand what you're saying. And then before you know it, you're yelling at the chatbot, you
I'm laughing because it's me.
Okay, so it's very frustrating. So what I'm trying to do, hopefully, is just help make sense of chatbots and help people just to stop yelling.
I'm just picturing because I'm yelling at, I'm cursing at it,
That's what happens. Yes.
and then I'm hanging up. Oh my God, it's so true. It's Sorry, I can't.
No, I'm glad.
Got me.
I'm glad you're laughing. I like when people
No, this
laugh.
stays in. This stays in. Because that's me. I'm cussing at it. I'm like, I don't want to say I do want to curse, but I can't say all the curses that I throw out there, right? Oh my God, it's so true. And it's frustrating. This is why I don't like them. I don't like the chat boxes. I don't feel like, and AI, honestly, I know how long, it's come a long way, but still. Let's be real here. It's only as good as the person behind it. And you're behind a lot of you work towards improving it for that brand experience. So you have people like me not cussing it out, not getting frustrated. Right. And because that does reflect on the brand, right?
Oh, of course.
So, Beverly, where can we find you on the web?
Oh, it's meformarketing.esp website.com.
Okay, we'll make sure that's down in the description and on the Chiron. And then let me ask you a question. From your experience,
yes,
you've been in business now. You started the company 20 years ago, but you've been in business longer?
Yes, I did a lot of freelance work.
Okay, so you're self-employed for the majority of your life. You're on the hustle. What do you say to a small business? Whether, more or less, let's say they're in their first year, second year, third year, just starting out, because a lot of times that's when a lot of the questions are coming forward, right? What do you say as a person who's been down their road? Or what kind of advice can you give them?
Well, what I tell people is know your competition, but don't compete with your competition. Because what you bring to the table is unique, or it should be. And you don't want to do what your competition does, because then you're no different than anybody else. Why would somebody come to you if they could get the same thing from everybody? Right.
And then again, you offer that brand experience where it's not just I make you printed goods or I make you promotional items. You're going to let people know that it's the right thing for them. It's not just the right thing because it's your pocketbook, but you're putting your experience, because I'm pretty sure people have conned you into stuff in your career and said, hey, you need this, right?
Yes.
And that's left a bad taste in your mouth. But we all small businesses go through that. I'm going to ask you one more bit of advice for for everybody, because I think it's important. How dare you make noise on my set? You're the leader of your company.
Yeah.
Right. And you have your team, but I see you on the street. You know what I mean? You're still out on the street when you could have somebody else on the street. Why as a business owner, when you don't need to be on the street, are you on the street doing this job, talking to people?
Well, first of all, I don't tell people to do what I don't do myself. Okay. And I love meeting people. And I just, how do you keep up with life if you're not out there? If you're just behind the door, that doesn't really do it.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm out there.
So listen, leaders, CEOs, take this piece of advice from Beverly. Be on the street. Connect with your community. Connect with your customers. I met Beverly through referral. And I was glad to meet her. And and she met me on my ground, by the way. I didn't go to her office. She came to my favorite bar, and came and talked to me. And we got on the show here because I thought what you did was really great, being on the street. As a CEO, you don't have to do it. You're doing it amongst running your company, right? Besides, and then you're not just peddling plastic to say, oh, just put your logo on this. This is good for you. You actually sat there and we were talking and you were asking me what I would do and you were asking me about my audience. So I really appreciated that. You were really deep diving, and I have had experience with this stuff. And you were deep diving. You really wanted to get in there in that granular level that made me say, because I'm not a big fan of this stuff personally, and Mark knows it, made me want to say, oh yeah, you know what? I do need to give something to my audience. You brought me there. So I thought it was really important we had you up and to talk about it a little bit and why, because I thought that was really awesome.
Right, and thank you. And thank you for my 15 minutes of fame.
There you go. And Andy Warhol said you get your 15 minutes fame. Well, just think, if we ever get syndicated, you'll get it a second time.
Wow.
Okay. So, folks, listen, we'll put Beverly's web address in the description. Check her out. Have a conversation. Listen, knowledge is free. She'll guide you. maybe you get to do something, maybe you don't do something, maybe you'll eventually do something, but check out Beverly. And remember, folks, you got to go out there and you got to make shit happen, because nobody's going to make it happen for you. So you go out there and become successful, whatever that vision of success looks like for you. And we are out.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Really, I hope you enjoyed it.